The Longines Spirit Zulu Time is one of the best GMT watches under $5,000. You get a Traveler GMT, ceramic bezel, 100-meter water resistance, COSC certified movement, lume, a nice tapered bracelet, and now it's in a new titanium case in 39mm, which is definitely one of my favorite releases of 2024. I've been wearing this for about a week and I love it. I realized I've never made a long form video talking about the Spirit Zulu Time, although it's one of my favorite GMT watches to show in my store Carrot & Co, especially the 39mm, which just came out last year in 2023. So today I'm going to tell you my first impressions and experiences, the good and the bad. And if you want to purchase or check out the Longines Spirit Zulu Time, you can contact my store Carrot & Co. We're an authorized retailer for Longines and many other brands. And I get it, I do sell Longines, so you might think I'm biased, but listen to what Ben and Craig's first impressions were when I showed them the watch.
I would buy this. I've never been blown away by a Longines before, maybe the Master Collection a little bit, but I would actually buy this. Also, I don't know how we all have different wrist sizes, but it all fits us.
Yeah, how's that possible?
We should exchange watches.
Yeah,
There
I
you
know.
go. The polishing is
What's the price?
spectacular on this.
$4,275, $4,275.
I'd buy that.
So the polishing on like a titanium watch is just like, I don't know, so much more crisp. You see it more. It's like dark. It's darker.
It actually doesn't even look like titanium. Like, unless you have another watch side by side, you can't really tell from afar.
It's super light.
First, this is the same 39mm case as the stainless steel version. Between the 39 and 42, I definitely prefer this case size because my wrist is about 6.5, which makes it wear proportional. It has a thickness of 13.5mm and a lug-to-lug of 46.8mm. But keep in mind that the total length on bracelet is actually larger because the end link sticks out, giving an end link of 53mm. But don't worry, as seen in my video and of course on my wrist, it doesn't wear like that at all, so just kind of ignore that number. The case is in grade 5 titanium with brushed finishing and just slight accents of high polish. The titanium case and bracelet not only is very lightweight, which makes it very comfortable for all day wear, but it actually looks like stainless steel. Most people who would see this on my wrist would assume that this is in steel, since the tone is not very dark like other titanium watches can be. So Longines uses grade 5 titanium, and a quick Google search will show you that grade 5 is more heat resistant, corrosion resistant, and most importantly, has a higher scratch resistance than grade 2 titanium, and has a kind of self-healing property to the metal, allowing some surface scratches to fade over time. Or at least that's what it says. Grade 5 is a mixture of titanium, aluminum, and other alloys. In comparison, grade 2 titanium is pure titanium. It's easier to mold than the higher grade. For example, Tudor's Pelagos 39mm uses grade 2. A great watch, but that's just the facts. The bracelet starts at 21mm lug width, tapering down to 17.5mm at the clasp. Obviously, not a huge fan of a 21mm lug width in general, but since the watch is so comfortable on the bracelet, I haven't had any thought of putting it on a strap. The bracelet features 3 links with the brush and polish combination, and the folding clasp features Longines' name engraved and a dual push button folding clasp. There's 5 holes of manual micro adjustment, another area I wish had an on-the-fly adjustment, but because I'm wearing this watch during the summer, I've been wearing it a little loose and I haven't needed to adjust the micro adjustment at all throughout the day, so this part doesn't really bother me. Like most Longines watches, the links are connected using split pins, which are very easy to adjust if you strike out the pins in the same direction of the arrow. Now, the bezel is one of my favorite features because unlike the steel version, this features the top half in black ceramic, which gives it the scratch resistance and glossy look, but the bottom half is actually grade 5 titanium in anthracite gray. So you get a combination of glossy on top and matted on the bottom, and I'm sure after years of wearing this, you can get some pretty cool wear marks on the bottom half bezel. As a GMT watch, the bezel features 24 clicks for 24 different full hour time zones in either direction. So sorry to the time zones with 30-minute differences. Unlike a dive bezel which counts 60 minutes, you typically use this for counting a third time zone. And part of what makes this watch a great value is the fact that it's a Traveler GMT, meaning that when you pull out the crown to the first position, you can jump the local hour hand forwards or backwards. This is also how you would set the date window. I love when a watch has a jumping hour feature, regardless if it's a GMT, such as the Omega Aquaterra 41mm. It's very convenient and completely takes away the danger zone when you have to move the hands below 9 and 3, advance the date one day before, then pull the crown to the second position and set the hands. It's just too many steps for day to day. Especially for someone like me who loves to take photos and videos of watches, it's just much easier for me to pull out the crown, set the hands, take pictures, and put the time right back and not worry about the danger zone. That's why I love jumping hour watches. Now to set the watch, pull the crown to the second position to set the red GMT hand to your home hour time, then the minute. Then put the crown in the first position and now jump the hour until it is in the correct date and then the correct hour. Very easy to set. The dial overall is wonderful. I'll be honest, I'm usually not crazy about gilt or gold numerals on a watch that isn't gold, but over time, the combination of the anthracite gray dial, the gold numerals, grays and blacks, and pops of red gives it a luxurious feeling. And maybe because I'm watching House of the Dragon, it kind of reminds me of the Targaryen banner with black, red, and gold, but it just looks really regal and nice altogether. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. And surprisingly, that's why it's become my favorite dial of the Spirit Zulu Time, even more than the stainless steel with the black and blue accent, or even the Hodinkee version. The dial is well designed and vertically balanced, even down to 3 lines of text above and below the hands. 3 lines being the Longines text, hourglass logo, and automatic, and below Zulu Time, 5 stars, and chronometer. Personally, I think it could have done fine with just 2 lines above and below, but at least it's balanced, and it also has a matching gray date disc sitting at 6 o'clock, so no complaints there. Now the word Zulu Time for this watch refers to Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT. While New York has an Eastern Standard Time of -5, GMT has 0, so the word Zulu Time is from the NATO phonetic alphabet, where Zulu represents the letter Z, or 0 hours. So instead of calling it a GMT watch like other watches, it's called Zulu Time as another term and a cool Easter egg. And the legibility on this watch is amazing. Even with the several layers of anti-reflective coating on the top and inner surface of the sapphire crystal, the dial appears very clear. And only when you pull out your phone and try to take a picture of this watch, you will get some reflections. But trust me, that's one of those it's much better in person than in photos kind of thing. And I really encourage you to see it for your own eyes on your own wrist to see what I'm talking about. And throughout my time wearing this watch, I would catch myself just staring at the dial, not even looking for the time or for any information, but just enjoying the combination of the warmth and the gray and the colors and the accents. And compared to some other pilot watches, the lume on this watch is amazing. The usage of blue superluminova in all the numerals, all 4 hands, and the triangle on the bezel creates such an awesome legible watch daytime or nighttime. So the watch wears great, is comfortable, and it looks great, and it also has a great movement. Under the hood is the chronometer certified Longines movement caliber L844.4 with a 72-hour power reserve, anti-magnetic properties with a silicone balance spring, and a stop seconds. It's COSC certified and runs well within its -4 to +6 seconds per day. The movement is hidden behind a closed case back like the other Zulu Time. And while we're back here, you can also remove the bracelet with easy push button to swap out to a strap. If I were to put this watch on a strap, my thinking is to put this on a gray rubber strap that matches the gray accents on the watch. Now, everything I explained shows how this watch is a combination of the Spirit Zulu Time in steel and pretty much the Hodinkee version of titanium. The main difference is the half ceramic, half titanium bezel, titanium case and bracelet, and the dial colors. So the titanium Zulu Time is priced at $4,275, while the stainless steel models are priced at $3,150. Now let's compare the Zulu Time titanium to Tudor's Black Bay 58 GMT, which I think is going to be the direct competitor head to head. Both have a 39mm case, 3 time zones, traveler GMT function, date window. Even the color scheme is quite similar with black, red, and gold or gilt, screw down crown with at least 100-meter water resistance, lume, a taper bracelet with micro adjustment. The differences are Longines has grade 5 titanium case and bracelet, making it lightweight, a ceramic and titanium bracelet, is slightly thicker at 13.5 millimeters and has a chronometer certified movement for 4,275. While Tudor is in stainless steel, has a full aluminum bezel, 200 meters of water resistance, a thinner case at 12.8 millimeters, and on-the-fly micro adjustment topped with a master chronometer movement, as well as all of the classic Tudor Black Bay 58 design details such as the snowflake hands and the triangle and the circular hour markers, priced at $4,600. Aside from the functions, the differences are really slight, and I think it will really come down to whether you like grade 5 titanium or you prefer having the heft from stainless steel on the wrist, or if you just prefer the design of the Longines better than the Tudor or vice versa. But despite that, both watches offer great value for money for a traveler GMT on a bracelet under $5,000. You can't go wrong either way, and I hope this video has been helpful in introducing the Longines Spirit Zulu Time in titanium. So let me know your thoughts. If you want to purchase or check out the Spirit Zulu Time collection, please reach out to my store Carrot & Co. in New York. It's been a minute, and if you want to see some more reviews I've done, check out this playlist here. So let me ask you, Tudor Black Bay 58 Coke or this? They're both the same size, 39 millimeter.
I like the vintage lume and stuff on that. I have a Pepsi. So, like, I would take this because it's different.
So you would take the Longines.
But not because I don't like the Coke. It's just because I have a Pepsi and I feel like it's being redundant.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm a Tudor fanboy. I love everything Tudor. Love everything Tudor. Maybe it's just like recency bias of putting it on. This might be better than any watch from Tudor that I'd personally say. This is crazy. Yeah, I'd buy that.